In this video, I'm going to take a look at pulling a random sample from the Ti-83/84. I'm going to use the 84, but it's pretty much the same steps. So in this scenario, we have 300 employees at a certain company. There are 300 employees. The Human Resources Department wants to draw a simple random sample of 20 employees to fill out a questionnaire about their attitudes towards their jobs. So we have employees, and you can number these employees from 1 to 300. So if you had like a roster of employees, you've 1 through 300 employees, and you want to pull a sample of 20 employees. Now, a couple things you want to keep in mind. We are drawing the opinions of people. Like, we're drawing the opinions of people. So I don't want to repeat any values. I don't want the opinion of person number 5 and then I pull a couple other people, then I get back number 5. So I don't want repetition. So we don't want to repeat people. And it doesn't necessarily like explicitly say that, like we don't want repetition, but I think that's pretty safely assumed that we want the opinions of different people. Like, what if we pulled the same person like 20 times? Like, that wouldn't be a very good survey. So we want to pull 20 different people with no repetition. So I'm going to show you how to do that I'm going to use my Ti-84. Okay, so I'm going to pull a sample of 20 people between 1 through 300. And if there was 500 employees, we do 1 through 500. Or if there was 1,000 employees, 1 through 5,000. Or I don't know, 1 through 1,000. I literally just don't remember what I said. I think I said 1,000. Well, 1 through 1,000. So we're going to do that. Let me go full screen with my calculator. Okay, so I'm going to go to math. I'm going to hit math on the bottom there. Then I'm going to scroll over to the PRB tab. So I'm under PROB, probability. And on the screen, you'll see RAND. That just stands for random number. And then random integer. There's some options there that you could use, but I want option 8. Random integer, no rep means no repetition, because again, we are pulling from a roster of employees and we don't want any repeat opinions. So I'm going to hit random int, no rep, random integer, no repetition. Lower bound is going to be the lowest person on the sheet. So 1, between 1. Upper bound is how many employees do we have? We have 300 employees. And then N is that sample size. We want to pull 20 opinions. So I'm going to hit paste. So then there's your list of people. So we're going to survey person number 38, person number 8, person 214, 221, 44, and so on. So it gives you your full list of people that you're going to end up surveying. You just keep scrolling over. Pro tip for you, if you accidentally click off, as far as I know, like, you can't just go back up and scroll through it like this. So you actually have to hit second and then hit the answer option at the bottom, like right here, when you recall the previous answer. So second answer. And hit enter, and then you can scroll up. So second answer, here it is, and then you can scroll through them again. Okay, once you highlight off of it, I don't know how to get back in there and actually like be able to scroll through other than just pulling up the previous answer. See, like once you click off, it doesn't really let you move through them. So if you hit second answer, boom, there it is again. You can scroll back through in case you miss it. Okay, so that's random integer with no repetition. I just want to show you though what it looks like if you were to do the random integer. I just want to show you what that would look like. So you're going to go to the probability, random integer. It gives you the same options. Lower is 1, 300, upper, or the sample size is 20. Paste it. But the problem is we might get repetition, which out of 300, and we're pulling 20, like we very well could not get repetition if we pull 20. Like, it's not super likely to get something a double, but you know, it's not impossible or anything like that. I can't really tell if there's doubles in here just by a quick glance. So that's the risk you run if you just do random integer, because it's gonna repeat potentially. So just keep that in mind. So you really want to do the random integer, no repetition if you're doing a sample. If you're doing a scenario like the one I just explained, where you're pulling 300. If you're pulling 20 people from a list of 300, and you don't want repeat opinions, so you want to make sure there's no repetition. So there you go.